Hello, love. Chef D Love from Chef D Love's World. Please stay tuned.
The peanut butter cheesecake. Imagine a sensation of peanut butter cheesecake that you have to use the tip. Yes, the tip of your tongue to remove all that flavor from the roof of your mouth. Don't forget that Reese cup sitting on top of that thin nutter butter crust and a creamy chocolate frosting to give it that little extra something. Okay, first step is to get the nutter butter cookies. You're going to take them and pulse them in a bowl, or in a blender or something of the sort. I'm going to use my KitchenAid pulser. But the first thing you need to do is take it apart and remove the peanut butter from the inside and place it inside of this thing I have here, this KitchenAid pulser. Or you can use a blender. And you're just going to pulse and chop these cookies up into something this fine so that you can make your crust. Oven baking for the 5 to 10 minutes. This should take 5 minutes. So you're going to take your half a cup of heavy cream, pour it into your measuring cup, preferably glass. Take your chocolate pieces, pour them in also, and you can put this in the microwave in intervals of 30 seconds. And as it begins to melt, just keep on you can keep on whisking it. And I'll show you that when we come back. I'm gonna stick it in the microwave. I've taken it out of the microwave, and I did a minute with this, 30 seconds, so a minute in total. And I just began to whisk. So now I've taken the crust out also, and we're going to pour this ganache into the crust and put it in the refrigerator so that the ganache can start to thicken up, and place the Reese cups inside of it. So now you're going to take your Reese cups and you're going to place them down inside that melted ganache. So once it starts to firm up, it takes the Reese cup is already in it. So I'm going to just go ahead and place these in there, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I have placed that in the refrigerator to let it set, the ganache to set up with the Reese cups, we're going to go ahead and make the filling, which is the cheesecake part. So basically what we're going to do is take a cup of heavy cream and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then we're going to whisk this together until we form soft peaks. Then we're going to fold that into the cheesecake mixture. But first we're going to do this. Okay, now that we've been whisking this, we want to make sure it forms soft peaks and not curdle. If you curdle, like you start seeing it look like cottage cheese, that means you've whisked too long, okay? So it look like it's there. And the reason you know it's soft peaks is because when you pull it, it does that, makes a peak. So we're going to remove this, and we're going to start on the rest of the filling, the cheesecake part. So I'm just going to take it and put it in this bowl. So once we mix the cheesecake and peanut butter together, we can fold this right on in to give it that fluffy flavor, fluffy feel, okay? Alright, now we're going to do the cheesecake part. Okay, the next step to making the peanut butter cheesecake is a cup of peanut butter. You're going to place that inside the mixer with a paddle attachment, And you're just going to mix this so that it blends and makes it a little softer. So once we do that, we're going to add, once that becomes soft, a little more soft, we're going to add the cream cheese, which is 8 ounces of cream cheese. Okay, it seems to be mixed and softened. Now you add your cream cheese and you mix that. Okay, mix that together. Then you add your ½ cup of granulated sugar. And you're going to mix that until it becomes fluffy. And don't forget to scrape down your sides in between. And just keep mixing until it becomes fluffy. And once it becomes fluffy, we're going to add that whipped cream that you whipped into it to make it fluffy. Even more fluffy, I mean. And it looks like it's there. So that you can see what it looks like. Now, we're going to add the whipped cream to it. And just basically fold that into that. Okay, I kept whipping until it was incorporated, and this is how it turned out. So now I'm going to, I took the pie out of the refrigerator, and the ganache is starting to set up. So I'm just going to pour it out over the ganache, and then put this in the refrigerator and let it basically set up. Okay, now I'm just going to spread this. And then stick it in the refrigerator so that it can set up, and the ganache can set up even more too. Alright, I'll be back after I do that, and we can decorate it, put a little finished touches to it. So I just wanted to take it out of the refrigerator before I set it up, and just took some chocolate and drizzled it on top of it, just to give it a little extra something. And then I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator. So stay tuned. Okay, now that I've taken it out of the fridge, I'm just going to cut into it. And there it is, your Reese's peanut butter. Cheesecake, y'all. Just want to give you a close-up, guys. Oh, look at it.